Tell us a bit about you, Jordan. I mean, we've had plenty about me. I have watched the movie, and it is incredible. Which part of all that you have been through kind of resonates with you the most? When you look back at it all, which is that one defining point of your career?
I think the defining point in my life is what happened after I lost all my money. And was I going to give up, or let's just say, more, it was so easy to make money in the stock market. It's very easy to make money doing what I was doing. And what I was doing is not even illegal. Like, in other words, I did some things that were illegal, but 99% of it wasn't illegal. And things that used to be illegal are now legal today. That's the crazy part. Like everyone's doing this stuff in crypto. It's like, that's what I was doing. But with stocks, and crypto's not regulated, so it's legal, right? But the biggest transitional point in my life was when I wrote the book, The Wolf of Wall Street. And I got a chance to really look back at my whole life in a very, meta way, where you're like, you're writing about yourself. And I wrote the book in a very detailed way. And I really, paid attention to every scene and describing locations and stuff, which is why it was very cinematic. When people read it, they felt like they could see the action, and why it was picked up for a movie, and why Leo did such a great job with it. But in that process, it changed me. It changed me really back into the person I originally was when I went out into the world to make money, before I got caught up in the greed and all the, insanity with drugs and, chasing wealth. And I still love money, and I make a lot of it. But that was a major defining point in my life. And when I became famous the second time around, it was with the understanding that I would never do anything again to make money that would not at least give people more value on the other side. And I think that's the one thing in my life that really, I think, is the greatest message and lesson for people, is that you don't have to fuck people to get rich. You just don't. I make a lot of money right now, and I'm making more and more every year. But everyone loves me. I mean, really, I have no enemies. Everyone that buys something from me, they love the products. When they hire me to speak, they're happy they did. When I invest in companies, or people give me stakes in companies, I give back far more. So it's a mindset and methodology I have about going through life, where I'm not looking to get away with something. I'm not looking to make money without giving value to people. And I think that's the greatest lesson. Is I had this almost flawed notion of capitalism. So at the end of the day, what is a business? What's the function of a business? The function of a business is to deliver value in a cost-effective way. So you have something of value, right? And then you need to essentially deliver that value. It solves a problem for people, and you could deliver that value to solve this problem. But if delivering it and manufacturing the solution costs you more than to market it and deliver it, you're not making money. So like, the business is the way you deliver value in a cost-effective way economically, so there's a profit. But at the heart of it is value. You're delivering value. And that's a sustainable long-term way to make money. And that's something I didn't look at as a young guy. I was like, business is to make money and get rich. Now, I'm not saying you don't go into business to get rich, but it's a byproduct of delivering value. That's the biggest shift. And I think if people really understood that, it would help them make decisions that were more aligned with getting them rich even quicker. In other words, it makes it easier to make money when you realize what you're doing, what your goal is. So I think that's the one thing that maybe doesn't come through so much in the movie, comes through a lot more in the book. But if anything, it comes through mostly by my life, the way it is today. People say, how did you come back from that and your reputation? And the answer is slowly but surely, one step at a time, every single day, where they're calling you a crook and a cheat and a liar for many years. And then suddenly you start wearing them down. They're like, wow, they realize just through good work after good work, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, the story starts to change. And then you start to say, oh, wow, if I do more of that, and you start to actively intercede on that. So there's no reason why you can't make even more money and get even richer, but not screw people at the same time. That's the lesson I think of my life. And I think why people love the story so much is that intuitively they know that, they get that, they see what I'm doing now, and they're like, wow, you look, you can Google me, and anything that's bad is always about. And 32 years ago, like it's never like, in last week he screwed someone. It's always so. I think that's a very inspiring thing. I believe that no matter where you are in life, whether you're living in India, whether you're living in Pakistan, whether you're living in England, Asia, South America, if you want to get rich, and you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to take some risks, and you're willing to educate yourself, learn the things you need to learn, right? Make the relationships you need to make, then there is no way that you can't get rich in this world if that's your true desire and you're willing to do the work. So that, I think, is really what it's all about.
What is the one differentiator, do you think? Like, if there were five people trying to get rich and one makes it, and you had to associate a trait with that person, what one thing?
Self-belief. At the end of the day, it's self-belief. I won't even waste my time asking you the question that if you lost all your money right now, would you get rich again in 5 years? I know the answer is yes. You're going to say, of course I'd be rich again in 5 years. Doesn't matter if you take all your money, right? Me too. It's a self-belief that you can achieve success, that I know in my heart of hearts that I possess all the tools, knowledge, strategy to get rich. What happens with most people is that they might say, yeah, I want to get rich. I'm going to go out and take action. I'm going to invest. I'm going to risk. But in their heart of hearts, when they play the movie out, they don't really believe. They can't see themselves succeeding. They don't believe they have what it takes. And because of that, their brain says, well, then why do all the work? Why should I take the risk? Why? It's better off to work for someone else. So I think that there's so much belief involved here. It's not a fear of failure. It's a lack of self-belief in your own success. If someone has that, I believe that drives them to success. What's the one defining factor in someone that you see?
I think persistence. People who do not give up. I think everybody fails, and you fail multiple times. People who don't get disheartened and continue to try often succeed.